Hi. I am working on a program to integrate her into the regular classrooms.
Well, to start off, I would just love to know when you were reading the script, what really resonated with you and what made you feel like this was going to be a movie that would resonate with others?
I think the thing that resonated with me the most was it being a coming of age story in a way that we've never seen before. Like, I think when I saw the script, I was like, okay, well, let me read the book. And just knowing that reading the book and then seeing the script and seeing how well they were able to really transfer it to the screen in a way that didn't feel like you missed anything from the book. And it felt like you were still following this really beautiful story with this very, like, this character we haven't seen before. I think that's what really drew me in. And I think it's so heartfelt and beautiful. And I feel like we don't have enough of those movies. I feel like we need more of those movies. I'm just excited to be a part of it. And that got me excited about it. I was like, oh, I want to be a part of this heartfelt journey with this girl we don't get to see as the main character all the time. So I think that's what reeled me in, the fact that we were getting a main character that we haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah, and I'm right there with you. Absolutely, same for me. And then you get somebody like Phoebe Ray Taylor, who is so extraordinary.
Talent.
Completely remarkable. And I also had a really we keep going back to using that word a lot. Courtney and I were just talking about from the heart. I had a heartfelt dialogue with the director, with Amber Seeley, and it was really a lot of Amber's passion about this. And also, I have a very good friend who has a child who has cerebral palsy, and I know the challenges that they have faced with her, and how their life was changed immediately when they knew that she had cerebral palsy. And so to be able to be a part of this and to be part of the advocacy of this film was really important to me, and it resonated with me on a lot of different levels.
Well, going off of that, your characters care so deeply about Melody. So if you would like to start, Judith, and then Courtney, what is it for them to see this extremely intelligent young girl be treated like she's not capable when she so clearly is?
Well, I mean, the value of that is something that I always want to talk about, which is how we view other people who don't look like us, who don't talk like us, who don't move like us, who have different experiences in life than we do. And we vilify them and we separate them. And we see now in our world that there's a lot of separation and a lot of discount and a lot of divisiveness. And what this film does is it really shows you that there are people, and Courtney and I happen to be those people in this film, that are really, other than her parents, we are her advocates. We are there for the support of her, and without holding her as a victim or as someone less or someone that would be shoved aside. She is our person, and we are her people. And so I think that really is something that this film demonstrates in a very powerful and passionate way.
And then Courtney, what about you?
I think it's a wonderful feeling to know that there are people in this girl's life who are going to stand up for her and advocate for her. Like, I think there's always the parents who are either super overprotective or you have the parent that are like, well, let's give it a try. But I feel like Dr. Ray and our insanely lovable and like straight to the point neighbor is like, they're letting you know that you're going to have to stand up for you're going to have to speak up. And I think that's a reminder that we're reminding Melody all the time. Like, just because somebody is taking care of you, like like Judith's character says through the film, just because somebody is taking care of you does not mean you have to kiss their ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just feels like you have to make sure that not only it's nice to have people who are supporting you, but I think we're also like imploring Melody, like, we're not always going to be here, so it's up to you.
Yeah.
And I think that message is going to resonate so well with the community. I think it's just going to, I think it's going to be a great movie.
And well, Courtney, there's a line that really hit me hard. There's a scene when Catherine says, disabilities don't hold students back, schools do. So can you talk a little bit about the importance, of that dialogue?
I think when she says that, she's recognizing that the students are constantly wanting these chances and they're just not given to them because the schools don't want to pay for it, or the schools think it's too difficult and they don't want to, disrupt the class. And these are all just words that don't even encapsulate what this character needs, what Melody needs, which is just a chance. And I really feel like a lot of the times we or even educators instill that, oh, it's too difficult, oh, it's too this, it's too that. You're teaching that to the students too, like, oh, they're disruptive, they're this. So then they grow up thinking that's how it's always supposed to be. And it's just, I think it takes a very strong educator, it takes a very strong person within those people's lives, even the person themselves who may have cerebral palsy. Like, it takes them to just stand up in a situation where people are constantly doubting them. And I think you really see it within the film, how much the education system can hold those people back when all they need is the proper resources.
A lot of people, off of what you're saying, Courtney, is really resonates for me. A lot of people don't want to work that hard.
Yeah.
So they throw at you these excuses of why something cannot be done instead of, it's like, impossible is not a word that has to be. You can break that word down and it's I'm possible. And that's what this film is about.
All right. Well, it looks like it is about time for me to wrap, but thank you guys so much for your thoughtful answers. I enjoyed this film so much. Can't wait for everybody else to see it.
Thanks.
Glad you enjoyed it,
Awesome.
Rachel. Thank you
guys.
I made Liz Kids.
Of course, you're a fighter.